here we go. Again. Now with the light fixed.
So where are we? Still in India?
Still in India. You just tested someone to see if they needed to defend their beliefs. And it turns out no. Okay, every day, as we sat under the tree drinking our tea, a very old, short woman would pass by, followed by one of her calves. We were told that the woman was over 100 years old. Day after day, she walked several kilometers to a kitchen where free food was distributed. But the food she got wasn't for her, but for a few orphans who lived near her. That's it.
To be at service.
To be of service to creation in the name of the Creator. And there were monkeys everywhere, also in the hotel. Sometimes they even came into the rooms.
Look, when I said to, I don't know how I call them, the Italian girl, because that old woman, she was carrying the food here on the back, no, and the calf was going with her. And I said, go with her and help her. And she came from behind, taking that to carry it. The woman did not even look.
As if she
Not saying,
knew
someone
that...
want to steal it or whatever. No. Look, that I'm an Indian. I'm making
your tipi.
signals.
Smoke signals.
And then later, the Italian girl went several times there. She became sick, the old lady. She brought her to hospital and blah, blah, blah. But that moment, no, the woman did not anything. I mean, she came from behind, took that, not fearing nothing.
Different. There were monkeys everywhere, also in the hotel. Sometimes they even came into the rooms. We had been instructed to avoid any eye contact with them. The hotel staff chased them away with a stick.
That same thing you could say about many people, to avoid the eye contact.
Yes. Once, when I took the stick because the monkeys had stolen my shirt, a young waiter came up behind me and said excitedly, "Don't kill them, don't kill them." So chasing them away, but still, that's it.
They know when the waiter came with the stick and just made on the floor, tock, 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 the monkeys knew and they went. When I came with the stick, no, they did not receive. They were sitting there waiting to jump on me.
In the evening on the terrace, we observed a few huge birds that came very close to us. It was a full moon, and one of the birds flew past us right in front of the moon. And the bird's wings were transparent. They were huge bats that flew within 2 or 3 meters from us. So not birds, bats. After a week, we were still the only guests in the hotel. So I went to the manager of the hotel to offer to help him find guests with reviews or something similar on the internet. I asked him why there were no other people in the hotel, such a nice place and not expensive. The young man looked at me and asked if I hadn't seen a car coming to the hotel the previous night. Yes, I had seen a car. These were people asking for a room, he said. And where are the people? I asked. I told them the hotel was full. The hotel will be just for you during the 4 weeks that you are here.
He was apparently normal. I think he was 23 years old, student of economics. He was from a Brahman family, but he was not apparently showing any religious attitude.
Yeah, most people there anyway
And the
say we are not religious.
The waiter came every morning when I was the first one standing up, was sitting on the terrace, trying to play the ney on the flute. And he came every morning putting flowers around me and incense and then touching my feet and then,
Why did you do that? I wanted to know. Because we have never seen anyone like you from a Western country. The hotel is just for you and your students. This man was 25 years old and was studying economics. He seemed to be neither religious nor spiritually involved or inclined, and yet he felt things. In the mornings when I sat on the terrace and played my flute to wake up the late risers, the waiter would come and place incense and flowers around me, touch my feet, and would say, "Good morning, Guruji." They grew up with a different kind of feeling towards creation and the
When
creator.
you see
No?
the white supposed spiritual people, and you say good morning to them just because you want to be friendly, and they turn their face away, and these people come and put flowers and touch your feet, no?
Yeah.
So,
Different. We visited the old town of Rishikesh. There we bought some of these bowls from a young girl, which are made from leaves and filled with flowers, incense, and some kind of candles. You light the candle and place the small plate on the water, where the current slowly carries it away. This is done to honor the ancestors. We stood there somewhat confused, wondering how to carry out the ceremony. An Indian couple came and offered us their help. So we sent our offerings on their journey and stood behind the couple barefoot, as they had asked of us. And they prayed for our ancestors. Then we walked along the river until we heard chants coming from a temple. We approached and entered the courtyard of the temple. A young Indian man came up to me with a garland of flowers, hung it around my neck, and said it was the blessing that his master had sent to me. And the master invited us to drink tea with him. So we went inside the temple, and there was the guru, a very old, dark-skinned man. So the guru had not actually seen you.
they were inside. And in our group, there was a man more or less of my age. I mean, if you judge things by the age of a person. So, I mean, why he put the flowers on me? How
Because it's not about...
yeah. No, but I mean, no,
Yeah.
reasoning in the normal way. It could have been the other person. It could have been a woman. It could have been no one. I mean, why? It was just coming in. The young guy came with these flowers and put them on me. And these are the blessings from my master to you. A very, very old, nearly black man. Very old man. Wonderful man, the guru.
There was also a younger man present. It turned out that he was a guru who led a group in Italy. The old guru asked me who our God was. I answered, the God of all. Good answer, remarked the guru. Are you following any spiritual path? He wanted to know. I told him that we were Sufis, and that was fine with him. Then the guru began to explain to us that whatever our senses could perceive was actually an illusion. Maya, as they call it in India.
So when we talk, what I said before, the emotions, and we try to put it into words, it's all empty words. It's all illusion. It's all in the interpretation I give, and you will not give my interpretation, and you will not get it because it's not your experience.
The guru explained to us that whatever our senses could perceive was actually an illusion, Maya, as they call it in India. The only reality is the creative power, of which no one knows who or what it is, nor where this power is located, nor what the name is. And then he went on talking about Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva, the great Indian gods. I started smiling and said, Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva are part of the illusion. The guru laughed and replied, yes, we know that well. But if we don't give them those names, it's hard to have a conversation. And that's it, no?
No. We are talking, let's say we are talking about God, but I cannot give to you what my God is.
No, impossible.
It's your God.
That's the reason we all have to make our own personal relationship with that, no?
No way.
Also the reason that there's no one recipe of how to get anywhere. At the end of our meeting, the Guru remarked, "Many people come here to ask questions, but with you, we had a deep conversation." That evening at the hotel, my people asked me why the Guru had said that. Maybe because of the questions they asked? No, not because of your questions, but because of the answers he received. These answers were new for us and for him too. This is called a spiritual conversation in which the person speaking hears the words he is saying for the first time. Because they are not our words, no?
Well,
So we repeat.
no, maybe something is there he knows and he brings out again and but maybe something new is coming, and then it's also something new for him.
We continue a bit more because the new chapter is starting.
Claro, like with TV.
So the new chapter is called Guru Ganga.
Oh, who? The naked one.
We informed Bole Baba of our decision to go to Haridwar to attend the Kumbh Mela. Dolores asked him how we could know if we were in contact with the right people. The Baba looked at her angrily and replied, "You shouldn't ask that question. This is destiny. Have you forgotten who you are on this journey with?" Referring to you, of course.
Claro.
And that after being with you for so many years, no? It's like...
Yeah, and she was wonderful. Everything was fine, but something suddenly turned around in her. And I said, before we went to India, I said to Mara, "You will not leave from my side because this will go wrong with Dolores. She will turn against me," and she did. No, so, the Guru Ganga, no, he offered a mantra to the Italian girl, to Mara and to me, but not to Dolores. Without asking, he came to made like initiation with us, and that's it. But not to her. And Guru Ganga one moment nearly slapped her.
Well, and
So
Bole Baba slapped her with words.
No, claro, there was something that was going wrong.
We drove to Haridwar with several rickshaws and entered the hustle and bustle of the huge number of people who were there. We were invited here and there. Drink tea, eat something, smoke, and above all, be amazed. Here were many of the naked yogis who had come down from the Himalayas to attend this pilgrimage. They are considered holiest of the saints here. They will be the first to immerse themselves in the Ganges when the appointed day and time comes. In a tent where we had settled, a sadhu appeared with 2 large black dogs. The dogs were tame and friendly and came over to us immediately. Since I missed my own dog, I hugged the dogs and started petting them. The owner looked at me and said that these animals deserved more respect. We shouldn't treat them like a toy. He asked me, "Will you allow me to show you something?" "Yes, of course," I replied. "I will send one of those dogs to you and he will take your scarf between his teeth and bring it to me, and you won't be able to stop it." "Agreed," I said. The man looked at the dog and without saying a word to him, the dog slowly came to me, took my scarf between his teeth and started pulling.
No, it was just hanging around like that. And it took and was going.
Slowly but steadily, until the scarf came off my neck and the dog brought it to its owner. Without words.
And I asked then later, Mara, no? I call her Mara. I asked her later, I mean, you have been there. You remember if this man was talking to the God? And she said, no, he was not saying one word.
And you just said God instead of dog. But that's it, no? That's also point of it.
Yes.
That same day, late in the afternoon, we were sitting on the street drinking tea. Afterwards, we wanted to return to the hotel. We were all tired. Suddenly, I saw one of those naked yogis about 100 meters away from us. People tried to get close to the man to touch his feet. He waved and offered blessings to those who could not reach him because of the large crowd. I told my group that I wanted this man's blessings and would go to him. And for the first time in the history of our group, everyone said they didn't want to go with me. They had never done this before. I was the boss. If you don't know the name of your hotel or don't have any money in your pockets and get lost, that's your business. I just can't keep sitting here, and I will go over to this man. I said. You said. So I got up and only Mara accompanied me. Before the start,
the prayer of the man already was working.
Before the start of our journey, I had asked her to always be by my side, as I suspected that I would suddenly find myself alone on this journey. We approached the yogi. He greeted us and gave us his blessing. Then he asked me in English to come with him to have a cup of tea. This didn't seem to be the lone Himalayan sadhu I was looking for. There's a group of people sitting over there who belong to me. They are all tired and we still have to go back to Rishikesh, I said and declined. The guru was completely naked. His long hair hung down to the floor. He was accompanied by 2 of his students who were clothed and played musical instruments. We got to our group. Everyone stood up and received the guru's blessings. Again, he asked me to have a cup of tea with him. And again, I refused. He looked me in the eye with a wild look and said abruptly, "I'm just asking you for 1 cup of tea." I suddenly remembered the desire to be touched by such a man, so I agreed and we all followed him. We walked onto a bridge that crossed the Ganges to get to the camp where he was staying. The entire group thought the guru was fake, a theater, a show. I replied that I didn't know and that we would find out later. On the bridge, a beggar without legs came up to the guru on a kind of skateboard. The guru knelt down on the asphalt to be at the same eye level as the beggar. When I saw this, tears started streaming down my face and I knew this guru was real. He blessed the beggar, spoke to him, and then he slapped his thigh with his right hand, turned the palm upwards, and it was filled with rupee notes, which he offered to the beggar. The guru was completely naked. No sleeve from which the bills could have been conjured up.
When I saw him kneeling down, I saw Jesus Christ.
Mm.
And then it was clear he was what he was.
Yeah. The bridge
So
was...
if someone wants to know something about that guru, there's a documentary called Naked in Ashes.
Ah, yes.
That's
We can put that in the notes.
Maybe
The bridge was full of people and the guru crossed it at a fast pace, so we had difficulty keeping up with him. Finally, we reached his camp. It consisted of a large black plastic sheet in the shape of a tent. There was a small fire pit underneath that was used for cooking and warming up. It was made from a few bricks. About 10 of his students were present there. We sat in a circle and the guru began to offer everyone a glass of tea and a wooden bowl with an incredibly tasty meal that he had prepared himself on the tiny fire pit. Rosanna, sitting with her back to the guru, that's strange in the first place, no? Anyway, so, looked at the bowl.
No, because we were sitting in a circle and the fireplace was somewhere here. And so he went to the fire and was coming to the circle serving everyone. So he came from behind.
So Rosanna, sitting with her back to the guru, looked at the bowl with her typical gaze. The look said that she was not inclined to eat this meal. Rosanna was the one with the eating disorder, no? Bulimia. The guru came to her and slapped her on the back quite severely with his hand and said, "I told you to eat this and you will eat it." Rosanna hesitantly picked up her bowl and began to eat. I think this might be a good place to take a break.
Finish with the guru.
Okay. Since we were 8 Europeans...
Finish the guru. Finish. Goodbye.
Since we were 8 Europeans, many Indians stopped to see what was happening. A young modern man who sat down next to us looked at me and asked, "What was your intention in coming here?" The guru looked at him with one of his wild looks and said, "You will not ask that man that question." At that moment, the young man's phone rang. He answered the call and disappeared. I looked over at the guru and knew he had made the phone ring. Easy conflict resolution, no? Like the tea stall seller, the tea stall owner. These people are coming from Disneyland.
Claro.
He, the guru, knew about Rosanna's problems and also knew who I was. Next, he went to Rosanna, gave her a pearl, the seed of a sacred tree, which was attached to a thread and could be hung around the neck like a chain. He gave her a new name and whispered a mantra in her ears. All of this without first asking whether Rosanna wanted or agreed. He then did the same to Mara. And then he came to me and explained how to attach the seed to the thread. When you get back home, you will do this there in my name. I was then given my name and my mantra. Dolores did not receive this attention. It was getting late and I kept waiting to see whether the guru would ask for a donation. That would have been a negative sign for me, although it is normal to do this in India. No, he did not ask for money. As we said goodbye, the guru was standing on a low wall in front of me. I was with my face right in front of the private parts of his body. And he said, "If you need anything, here's my cell phone number." And looking at his manhood, he said with a laugh, "My number is 010. These people are on the one hand very serious, and on the other hand, they have a lot of humor. When we met Bole Baba again and told him whom we had met, he confirmed, "This man is a friend of mine, a very blessed soul. As I told you, it is destiny."
Now finished, no?
Now finished, yes.
Okay.
It was destiny.
I
Muy
wanted to
bien.
come to the private parts. So
That's it, that's what you
interesting.
wanted, no?
Finished?
Finished.
Good.
Ya está. Hasta la próxima.